Oh, what a fuck up!
Guys, thanks, Ryan.
Oh, well.
Great timing. It's
Oh,
late, Ryan.
sorry.
We're live. Please do not swear.
Brilliant.
Good evening. As always, very highly technical here on the preview show down at PJ Live 365. Ryan and Adam with us. Hope you've all had a good week, boys.
A very good week, thank you. Yeah.
It's not bad.
Lots of snow.
Lots of snow.
Has been a snowy one, hasn't it? Any snowmen built?
Yeah, indeed.
Not for me. Lauren made a snowman whilst I was at work one day. So she put her day of furlough to good use and made a snowman.
Well done.
Good work.
Good stuff. And the chat is going already, guys. Thank you very much for everybody in the chat.
Thanks for everybody
done.
tuning in.
Marcus, Glenn, Julian, Adzi, Ian, Ryan, excellent, good stuff. Right, let's get rocking then, because the guys are going to want to know what they scored last week. We want to get onto our picks this week. We've got one really exciting tournament to preview.
Adzi, the best start to a show ever.
Yeah, correct. Right,
Dropped an
I shall
absolute banger.
hand over to Adam to talk about European Tour first of all.
Yeah, so the Saudi International, an amazing event. It's starting to really sort of catch hold of that golf course. A couple of years now on the circuit, and DJ does like it. So won twice and finished runner-up as well. So he said it suits his eye, which I think is a slight understatement.
It's horses for course.
There's obviously it's just one of those, isn't it? He's so good, but there were some guys out there that were giving him a challenge. I was hoping Tony Finau with that start to the back now. I was like, yes, come on, Tony, I backed you, come on. And then that 16 and 17, bogey, and then it was one of those. Actually, when DJ hit the bunker shot on 18 and it finished just short of the cross bunker, I was thinking, oh, if that had gone in, radar's saying to me, I would have plugged. I was hoping it was going to get a bit more interesting. But yeah, he's just so good, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's
good.
just absolutely bossed it.
Isn't he? Yeah,
And he's just picked up exactly where he left off last year. Like,
yeah.
I know we said this a few shows back where we said what do we think will be something of something will happen during the year, and I said that DJ would go throughout the whole year remaining as number one, and he started off really well, isn't he?
He's in a good start, isn't he? That is a good start for him, definitely.
So, did anybody else notice just how light the trophy was? So when he's gone to pick it up, he's obviously this massive trophy. He's gone to pick it up, he's giving it like that. It's made of carbon fibre. So it's literally just gone whoop.
It is a massive trophy. I've got the picture up again here. It is. That's not quite a Stanley Cup moment, but it's a big one, isn't it?
Huge trophy, all made of carbon fibre, so literally weighs absolutely nothing. So he's gone to give it the old big pick up, and then it's just whoop. Oh, it's done.
You wouldn't know because it's it's shiny and it's obviously wrapped in a very thin metal or something. But it's just got to throw this.
It's got to throw this.
They're quite weight at the bottom, aren't they? With wooden bases or something, and that'll be up. That'll be the strongest trophy anyone's ever been presented with because that won't break.
No,
easily.
No, definitely not. No,
but then it'll be interesting to see how it goes around Saudi. Obviously, at the minute, it looks like Dubai used to, that little oasis, going up around it. So it'll be interesting to watch that build over the years to come.
Yeah, definitely. Like you've seen in Abu Dhabi, like you've seen in Qatar, and the city building around the golf course. Right, America. That was an interesting one, wasn't it?
Oh, it was good as well, wasn't it?
It was excellent.
Ebbed and flowed, didn't it? Definitely ebbed and look. Different leaders at the end of each day. There was
golf course, isn't it?
It was after day 3. Jordan Spieth leading the way, and there's me and Ryan me and Kieran rubbing our hands together, hoping he could hold on. But no, Koepka shoots a final round 65 State of Waste Management Open for the second time. So he won the tournament by a shot over Schauffele, which was many of you guys' picks, as well as Adam. And Adam was texting us as it was going, like, begging for some birdies.
Yes.
Begging for some
Well,
birdies.
yeah, because the only way I was going to get some points was to win, because everybody else makes the cut and gets 5,000 points.
Yeah. So Xander has chased his first win for over 2 years, which is it's incredible. And Jordan Spieth trying to get his first win for 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Those are insane stats for the calibre of those players. But so Koepka, he claims his 8th PGA Tour win, to which 4 of those are majors, which is an impressive number. But not as many wins as I thought he should have. Obviously, lots of problems with his knees and stuff, but he started the final day with a bogey on the second, and then made 2 eagles, going 5 under for the last 6 holes for 2 days straight to win for the first. And he wins for the first time since 2019, the World Golf Championship FedEx St Jude. So a well overdue win. That's 18 months for Koepka's win. And just one special mention about Justin Thomas, who he lost his grandfather overnight between the Saturday and the Sunday. Shot a final round and a spirited 72, 1 over par. That must have been tough. He was apparently quite close to his grandfather, so would have been a difficult day for him, because he was playing some nice stuff and possibly was in the running to get up that leaderboard. But yeah, I mean, he could quite easily have just said, "Oh no, don't fancy it." But yeah, so it's a shame. But yeah, well done to Brooks. A well overdue win.
Yes, definitely. Right, so we move on to some picks then, because I think the guys in the chat are desperate to find out how their picks went on with our very innovative point scoring system. So should we go viewers in reverse order first of all, Ryan? Viewers
in reverse order.
Oh dear, Adzi. Oh dear, Adzi. Look away now, Ads.
Away now. It's tough, isn't it? You know, miscuts, 2 miscuts out of your 3, and then sort of just a 10% just doesn't really cut it for you, unfortunately. So only 100 points, has he? James as well, another miscut there, and Schauffele, because he was such short odds. Unfortunately, you know, you're even coming in tied second, you're gonna struggle. Marcus Lee coming in 6th, Ian Thompson in 5th. Zalatoris played nicely, you know, top 20 and getting you a few points there. And Ryan Rosansky in 4th position again. So Schauffele for all but Adzi on that page, those picks. But the top 3. Let's have a look at the top 3, shall we?
Yes.
Julian again. Schauffele, Thomas, Zalatoris, and Homer all making the cuts, all getting you points. And you notice all 3 of the top 3 have all made the cut. Schauffele, Kuchar, and in for Glenn Taylor, but a runaway winner, it is only because of Jordan Spieth. I have to say, 100 to 1, getting 4th position. Even if you'd have just had him and 3 miscuts, Kieran, you'd have still won, because that performance from Jordan Spieth has done you wonders. So well done. What a great pick.
Yeah, very good.
And obviously you picked Koepka as well, the only person to pick the winner.
Yes.
The only person to pick the winner of the tournament. So yeah, well done, Kieran. We didn't really see much of Matty Wolff. I think he started fairly slowly this season. Hasn't really got going, has he?
No, not yet. But it's still early days. Isn't
It's early. It was so early, yeah. But there's definitely those that have hit the ground running, and those that are warming. Yes. Should we say?
Definitely. Right, let's quickly round up ours. Just gloss over the week that was for us.
Gloss over the week that was. So, Sai, Kuchar, Grillo, and Knox all made the cut. Am I looking at the right thing? Yes, I am. Yeah, Kuchar, Grillo, and Knox. Adam, missed cut for you on Moore. That was It was close.
It was a bit of a stab in the dark, to be fair.
And Schauffele just short odds. But again, I had 2 missed cuts. Cost me 100 points. But Jordan Spieth has just done the work really for me. And yeah, as you can see, that's a resounding win. Like picking 100 to 1 shot is is risky.
Mm-hmm.
Because
You wait till later then.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say wait till for this week, but it is a risky move in the fact
definitely.
that actually I've had 200 to 1 shots and they both made the cut, and I had 2 under 100 to 1 and they both missed the cut.
Yeah.
With Fowler and Day, but I mean that's how it goes, isn't it? But they're not likely to win. But if they get a decent result, then you are always in for a good day of points.
So
and I've made another change to our overall leaderboard.
Yes, look at that.
So we're 4 weeks in, and I've headed back up at the top. So I've gone for a week of earning.
So quick, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that's how quickly it can change and will change. And it will be fluctuating every single week for, for the rest of the season, which is brilliant.
Yes, exactly. Adzi, just wait. Just wait, Adzi. Don't get too excited in the chat. Brilliant. Good. So thank you for that, Ryan. It's great.
Not quite 500.
As always. Thanks to everyone that made their picks. Stay tuned because we are going to have our picks this week for the Pebble Beach Pro-Am, No Ams and No Celebrity event. But at Pebble Beach. Adam, talk us through it.
It was too late to change the merchandise.
Yes.
So we have the Pebble Beach Pro-Am, as always. Normally over 3 courses, this year only over 2. So you've got Pebble Beach being obviously main host, that's the course they'll play over the weekend. And then you've got Spyglass Hills, literally just next door. So there normally is Monterey Peninsula in there as well. 2 fairly short courses. So Pebble is par 71 and is 6.8, and Spyglass is par 72, 6.850. So not long golf courses in the context of the PGA Tour, but all to do with the weather around there. So if it blows a gale, then they're going to know about it. If it rains and blows a gale, then they're also
people outside that bubble. I know the pros are swapping between tours, between European and PGA Tour, but they're all so heavily COVID tested. They're getting tested daily.
People are saying that they've lost us.
Yeah, I did just say that. I think hopefully we should be back now. I don't know why the stream dropped out there for a second, but it seemed to have done. But if I can chat again, then I should be back in. So hopefully we're back now. Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Yes, we're back. We're back.
Oh, lovely.
So anyway, that's Pebble. That's Pebble Beach. Beautiful golf course.
It is.
No celebrities. It's going to be a bit of a different event. So a normal cut after 2 rounds, which actually for our picking is quite a good thing, isn't it?
It's a bit easier. Yeah.
It makes it a bit easier all round. So yeah, hopefully the stream is looking like it's all back up and running now. I don't know what happened there, but let's talk betting, shall we?
Yes, let's
have a little look at that on the screen.
So I think if we go through our pages individually from the top down, we've actually got 4 pages of betting to show you all this week because just in case you want to pick some a little further down the leaderboard.
Down the list.
So we've got the first list here. Go on.
We've got an early pick in for Ricky Fowler.
Nice work. So we've got Patrick Cantlay as the favourite, which is just awesome. This makes me super happy to see Patrick Cantlay right up there. Daniel Berger, friend of the show. Paul Casey, recent winner. Zalatoris, Jason Day. Spieth goes from 100 to 1 last week to 22 to 1 this week. Just shows how much the bookies like him. Going down there, you got Cameron Triangle, you got Phil Mickelson, James Hans Snedeker, Harold Varner III. It's not a who's who of golfers this week.
No,
obviously DJ dropping out made a big difference to things. So let's then jump into page 2. Just do page 2, and then we can do some picks if some are in the chat. So going on to page 2. So these are 80 to 1s to 160 to 1s. So a few: Stuart Sink, Charlie Hoffman, Ryan Moore, Pat Perez, Patrick Rogers, Austin Cook, CT Pan, JB Holmes, Cameron Piercy. I know value to be had in cuts, I would suggest there.
Yeah,
definitely. And then if we go into page number 3,
here we go.
Starting to become
Runners and riders, page 3. Come on.
Unknowns for me in this page. I did struggle this week, I have to say.
Page 3. So Affy Barnrat is on there. David Hearn, Jason Duffner, 275 to 1 for Jason Duffner. Nick Watney at 300 to 1. Luke Donald 350 to 1. Sean O'Hare, Jimmy Walker. Like, you know, these are big names from the last
major
few
champions
years.
down there.
Major champions. KJ Choi, always the leader at Augusta on a Thursday night, has been since 1962, and yeah, value to be had there. Okay, page 4. This is just for giggles and stuff. 400 plus to 1.
Come on, Adsy, pick someone.
I very nearly picked John Senden this week because I thought John Senden.
Oh, I looked at him.
Yeah, John
Well,
Senden.
if he makes the cut.
100 to 1. If he makes the
Yeah.
cut, put a little nibble on him. Oh, Rikey. There you go. So there is.
You make the cut with 10 points on him, you get 1,500 points.
Exactly.
Just for making the cut.
So there's definitely, in this game, there's definitely some value to be had in that. So let's go back and you can talk through some of the picks, Adam, that people have come in. Hopefully there's some.
Yep, so guys, get your picks in through the comments section and I'll read those out to Ryan, get those recorded for us.
Yes. Okay, so let's start with your picks then, Adam. If you want to go for yours, well, let the guys have a little think about their picks.
So, going to start with my 40-point pick this week is Siwoo Kim at 30 to 1.
Very good, very good.
At 40 to 1 with 20 points, I'm going Cameron Tringale.
Yes. Good work.
Cameron Triangle.
Cameron Triangle.
100 to 1.
100 to 1 this is insane.
100 to 1. He picks and chooses what he's going to play in.
Yeah.
Jim Furyk at 100 to 1, 20 points.
Very good, very good, like that.
And at 200 to 1 with 20 points is Askey Bhatia.
Yes.
Left-hander, being taken under the wing of a certain Mr. Mickelson, flown him out to... Where did they go last week? Where were they? Where were the European Tour? Saudi. Yes.
Saudi.
Flew him out there on the private jet.
Yeah.
You know, he's got that whole thing worked out. He's from that part of the world, so not a bad person. Bypassed college completely, straight out onto the tour. So fair play. 19-year-old. Hope he does well.
Good luck to him. Right, Ryan, I've got some picks coming in here. So if I do the first couple, Adam, and then you can take.
I'll give Adam his. If he makes all the cuts. So you make the cut with all 4. That's 800 points for your cut making.
Lovely.
Okay, so
anything
that's where we are with it. So for me, I struggled this week because it's not really a who's who of golfers, and there was a lot of unknown names for me. I've only gone for 3, just for a bit of safety. I had a good week last week. I've got some points in the bag, so I've gone a little bit safer. And I've picked one of the favourites, and I've gone 50 points on Daniel Berger, friend of the show. So yeah, I feel like that's a definite cut maker at least.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a good top 10 for me on for Daniel Berger. I've gone for 25 points on Noreen, the Swede.
Yeah, very good.
And he's at 50 to 1, and then 25 points on Brian Setteker at 66 to 1. So my cut
Likes it round Pebble.
points value. Yeah, he's good. My cut points value is only 360 points if I make the cut with all 3. So I've gone for a lower sort of
lower
baseline. Yeah, hoping that I make the cut and just get some tidy points and move on. You know, get some points.
Okay.
Let's get to the next one.
Cool. Right.
So
we're going to go through some viewers' picks in a second. Then we'll get to my fun.
Okay. So Ryan Rosansky, you ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
Ready. He's got Russell Knox, Jimmy Walker, Alex Noren, and Max Homer. 25 on each, please.
Yeah. Good.
Walker.
Like those picks. Like all those.
Knox,
Very
Walker.
Good. Alex
Noren, Max Homer. Okay, Adzi. Song you'll know.
Tell me you don't.
Who?
Peter Molinari, Molinari, Scott Stallings, and a personal favourite, Luke Donald, 25 on each.
Good work.
Luke Donald
Like
is
that.
long odds.
He is.
Long odds. I think he's
got on
300
Sky
and something. Okay, Marcus Lee. So he's got Paul Casey, 20 points. Alex Noren, 35 points. Chris Kirk, 35 points. Oh, another Lukey D. 10 points on Lukey D.
That's going to be the one. We're definitely going to be having an asterisk on Luke Donald on the old leaderboard this week. He's definitely one to keep. Oh, and Triangle as well in a minute.
Okay, so Glenn Taylor, we've got Big Phil, 25 points. Oh, where's me? Hang on, me chat's crashed. Everything's
Kramer.
going wrong tonight.
Kramer, 25 points. Castro, 25 points. And Casey,
There
25
you go.
points to finish that one off.
Yep, don't know where that went. So, in Thompson, we've got Kevin Streelman, 40 points. Francesco Molinari, 20 points. Scott Stallings, 20 points. And Ches Reevy, 20 points. So, Julian Roll, we have Max Homer, 40 points. Cameron Tringali, 30 points. Love your style.
Triangle.
And Chesson Hadley, 30 points.
Nice. Nice touch.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
good.
Adzy's saying Donald was 500 to 1 on Sky Bet.
Yeah. It's good, isn't it? What odds? Fantastic.
Glenn said he's gone risky this week. Yeah.
You just hold that thought, Glenn, for a second. Right. Are you
You
there?
either get one thing or the other from Phil, though, aren't you?
You are. Yes, you are. Okay, right. Ready for my picks?
Come on in.
Here
Who's
we
the
go.
team?
So I've gone 40 points on James Hahn, who I very nearly picked last week. I looked at him hard, and I've gone for him at 66 to 1. And he's my banker because I've gone 30 points on Johnny Vegas. Like, his name just sprung out at me. He's 125 to 1, something like that. I've gone 20 points on Sung Kang only because he kept popping up on my Instagram feed this week 3 or 4 times, and I just thought that is just premonition right there. And then I really wanted to go for an outsider just to have a bit of fun.
Well, because you haven't got any others.
No, well, I mean, there's outsiders, and then there's Rod Pampling at 1,000 to 1. But Rod Pampling's been doing super well in the Charles Schwab Cup on the old seniors tour. So, and he's also he's made a load of cuts on the PGA Tour when he's been playing in the last few. And I did a bit of research this week, so yeah, there we go. That's my 4. And Ryan, if I make all 4 of my players make the cut, what do I get?
All 4 of your, but well, I
The
mean,
whole everything. The season's worth of points.
The
I was going to
world.
say, are you ready? For all of your players making the cut, it is 3,214 points. I mean, you get 2,000 points if Pampling just makes the cut.
I literally need him to wang it in the water down 18 a few times. Otherwise, I'm going to be so far behind. I'm already so far behind, but like...
It's just... I
Well,
love
you're
I
not
enjoy
really...
this
'cause,
game. It's
like,
interesting.
I'm gonna go little, sort of go little gains each week.
Little gains instead of one big and then have like a 2.5 pointer like I did the other week.
Yeah, I mean, I
It
could
could
easily miss the
swing
cut with
so
all 4 of
quickly
those
week to
players.
week.
I could be minus 200 on this week. All 4 of those players could miss the cut, but equally, that's the risk you take, isn't it? And I thought, why not? Let's have a bit of fun. Let's go for someone who's a bit of an outsider, and
Why not, hey?
And yeah, let's Pampling. Let's have some fun with Pampling. When he's up there on Sunday night, and Bill
He's going to be
Murray's in the
starred
commentary
in my
box.
selections right now.
Yes, exactly. Good. Excellent. We got any more? There's a few. Just banking on Jimmy Walker making the cut. Beautiful selections, Adzi. Thank you, my man. Coming from you, that's nice
Not a lot
to
of
hear. After the last couple of weeks, but you were the hero. You were the hero in week 1. So Rory picked the same
Well,
4
stop,
as me, did he?
stop letting the kids pick them, ads. Get back to yourself.
Exactly. Have you got a leaderboard for you lot? What, from last week, Glenn? Did you miss that? Did you miss the leaderboard from last week? Is that what you're saying? I can put your leaderboard up.
I can do you an over. Does you want an overall leaderboard, Glenn? Do you want an overall leaderboard? Because I do have all of the info. It's just actually it's the same amount of guys picking each week, so I can do you an overall. If you give me, if you pad for about, a couple of minutes, I might be able to do.
Ping it to me on WhatsApp, and I can put it straight on the stream.
Well, yeah, like I've got to do a bit, I've got to do a few formulas first.
Oh, okay.
Stand by
equals sum of.
Yes, exactly.
So just moving on a little bit, while Ryan sorts out some formulas, we have got fairly exciting news for you guys, and we always say that you guys in the live stream are going to be the first to hear about anything exciting going on. So Adam, do you want to talk the guys through what's going to be coming in the next week or two?
Are we talking about what's behind me?
We're talking about what's behind you, yes, rather than, we've got other things exciting coming in March, but this is more immediate.
Yeah, that's fine. So, as you can see, guys, I've got a green screen in behind me, so we will be doing some more podcast-based stuff for the viewers, so you'll be able to watch it, but you will obviously be able to listen to it back, and it is in conjunction with a company. So we've got on board with a company that's a startup company. We've done some work with them before. They've sent us some product. We've reviewed it, and this is the company.
He's got it. Good boy.
Cutter Golf. We are coming on board. We're going to do some bits and pieces with Cutter Golf in terms of promotion of their product, but also the guys there really liked the brand that we have and how we do things, and wanted us to do stuff for them. Obviously, some with the product and some without, but just wanted to obviously help the channel along. So we will be doing some stuff with them, and obviously some stuff on our own, and hopefully taking the Cutter brand in and around England and getting out and about with it, and doing some fitting days and bits and pieces, but also trying to get to as many different places as we can. So obviously trying to catch up with some of you guys along the way as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So one of the big things, obviously, for us as a brand when we come out of this lockdown is to do what we can to say thank you to you guys that have supported the channel, have supported us through this lockdown, through the pandemic. Hopefully we've entertained you guys as well and kept your spirits up. And if we can do something to get out, and come and play golf with you guys, come and visit your areas, and with the help of Cutter to sort of facilitate that and to allow us to get out and about and film some different types of content. And like we say, with the podcast show, with some guests, we've got some exciting guests in the pipeline for the next few weeks, few months, hopefully going forward. So hopefully just sort of upping our content, as it were, upping the production value, giving you guys slightly different things, and just progressing, progressing as a brand and progressing as the information that we can give to you guys.
So if you haven't seen any of the Cutter product, guys, obviously go and have a look at the videos on our channel. It is funky looking. Now we're not going to lie, it is a bit funky looking. There are some great benefits to this wedge, which we go through within the videos. But what we want to do is to take this out, because the one thing that everybody says when they pick it up is, "Oh, I want to have a go with that," and that's the most amount of feedback we had. That when we were going around the clubs with it, didn't we? So you take the head cover off it, and people are going, I think that would work, or does it work, or can I have a hit? So it's that sort of initial hit that we want to try and get out and get out to people and get it in as many people's hands as we can. To one, obviously help their brand, but then it helps our brand as well. So we're just seeing it as a very nice parallel partnership at the minute, and just gives us another platform to go at.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and that's that's what we're here for, aren't we? We obviously to try and provide you guys with some good content, hopefully improve your golf, give you some entertainment. As Glenn's saying about hopefully helping you with all your mental health and well-being, which has been tough for all of us over these last few months. It feels like it's more than a few months, but hopefully it's only a few more months, certainly in England, before we get out and about a little bit more and start to get a little bit more relaxation to all. Adzy's saying that he wants to play tour versus not very good at all. Sounds like fun. I think
we
we're
might
really not very good
we
at
might
it.
all be very very good when we get out of this.
Exactly. Oh, it's
I had a swing with an actual golf club in the back garden the other
Oh,
day,
did you?
and
Well done.
it literally felt like a sledgehammer. I was like, "What is going on here?" I've had my swing speed sticks, but that's it, and
Yeah.
it's just swinging at fresh air. Actually,
Yeah.
trying to make contact with the floor was almost like, "Oh, wow,
Yeah,
this stuff that
squaring
I'm stood
something
on
up
it."
as well.
Apparently, you're meant to make contact with it on the way through.
Exactly. That's all good. Excellent. How are we doing, Ryan? Are we getting there?
Nearly there. I'm nearly
Good
there.
stuff.
Right, I think I've got everyone.
Thanks,
Just,
Marcus.
I'll read it out quickly because it's right. Here we go. So,
Yes, we can. Ricky will
name.
win.
Just need to do a
Hopefully Ricky will
sort.
win.
Stand by. Name, points, sort. No, other way around.
Yeah.
You're
Marcus
better at
the
this than me.
smallest.
Me and spreadsheets don't get along.
Oh yeah, it's failed miserably, and because I have such a fancy spreadsheet, it doesn't have undo. I'll put it on socials.
Socials.
After all,
I'll rapidly.
he's
try
admitted
to do
defeat
that.
early. He's admitted defeat early.
I know. Well, yeah. Because,
You
I've,
did better than me. I'd have just been
I've
like,
done
"Nah."
I've done quite a bit of work on this spreadsheet this week, and to try and speed things up, and it's failed miserably tonight. So
Yeah,
more work is required.
Me and Simon gave you two people that weren't on the spreadsheet for the start, which wasn't
Each.
overly helpful for you.
What you mean?
So
you
I
put
now
Rob handling on the
have
sheet to start
On my
with?
spreadsheet, a list of players. I have how many players have we got in the list? 317 different tour players on the list. So if you don't pick one of those players, I'm going to be pretty annoyed, to be fair. Because, yeah, I've sat and entered every single tour player's name that I think would be a valid pick, and even those that I don't think would be a valid pick, I've never heard of.
Yes. Yeah, Glenn, don't worry. We'll do that video as a YouTube short.
Do it as a
so
short,
hopefully
yeah.
You can see that.
Yeah.
They seem to come up and save on the channel, so you'll be able to say that. Ryan Rosansky, hopefully next week. I mean, we're all kind of set up in theory. Tonight's use of the green screen with Adam was a bit of a test for that side of things, because as much as it is a podcast audio show, we are going to film it as well, and release it obviously on YouTube, and then obviously sections of the video can be released on other socials and stuff. So I think that's it, isn't it? A great start and a great ending to the show, Adzi. Yep, you're correct. Royal Norwich, yes, Julian, definitely up for some Royal Norwich action.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who do we think will be the first round leader? Jordan Spieth, Nick Taylor, or Ricky Fowler?
That's an interesting three. None of them. Rod Pampling's going to shoot 5 under.
I knew you were going to say that.
You knew it was going. Sung Kang's actually going to win the event.
KJ Choi always leads on a Thursday.
Yeah, only in April at Augusta. That's why he didn't do very well at November. Honestly, KJ Choi or Charlie Hoffman, you should always.
Yeah,
your money on
I
them.
was so close to picking Charlie this week.
Were you? I don't blame you. I
Really,
don't blame
really
you.
close.
That's excellent.
Justin Hadley. There you go.
Yes.
Justin Hadley. Shoot
Shoot
something
five,
on the first
still missed
round
the
and then
cut.
still miss the cut.
Probably. That'd be just my luck.
There is a possibility.
I had images of Ryan's celebrations if Jordan Spieth had won last week. Oh.
I mean, what a third
would we
round
have
of
heard the
61, by the way. What a
Always
what
going to
a
be.
round.
Yeah, it's just always going to be so hard Sunday to back that up, wasn't it?
Especially when you
That's
just
the
haven't
only
been
thing
there.
I had for him. He almost needed a 64 to go again. To back 61 up's hard.
I think what it does though, he will win this year. He will win this year now. I think stuff like that last week, they need that,
Big
don't they?
confidence shot.
They need to just build it, because winning an event is so hard. So even someone like Koepka, if they kept talking about missing 3 cuts, that's neither here nor there with the way he plays, because it just has to click. And then when he gets himself into position, he's got all those majors behind him that he just goes, I can do this. And once you can believe you can do it, that's when you actually can.
And I think with the Koepka game, it's a bit more geared around that, isn't it? Like find a golf course, bang it,
Yeah.
Like, whereas Spieth's a bit more touch field, hits it a good distance, but doesn't like bomb it.
It doesn't bomb
So
it.
it always relied on like hitting it close, making the putts, taking the momentum that way, keeping it in play. Whereas he's hitting it off the planet with driver, it just doesn't give him a chance. People say, obviously, drive for show, putt for dough. It's just the biggest load of rubbish in the world. Because if you keep wanging it in the rubbish, you could be the best putter in the world. If you're not on there in regulation, then you are stuck. So it's just, he keeps smashing that driver everywhere. As soon as he starts hitting it straighter, I think watch out, because he's always been deadly with the wedge, apart from on the 12th.
Yeah.
Augusta that year. And then, like, with a putter in his hand, arguably behind Tiger, one of those putters that you would have putt for your line.
Yeah, definitely when he was at his pomp, definitely. Julian saying Will Zalatoris is going to have something big in him, which I'd agree with.
Yeah,
He's, again, as the Americans say, trending in the right direction, which I don't particularly like the saying, but I like the sentiment behind it, that, you do need these small incremental steps towards winning a big event. You can't just come out and...
Just got in the top 50 in the world as well, so it changes his schedule massively.
Oh, yeah. He can now pick and choose much more, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we
Bryson
go.
thinks he's as good as... He is good.
40,000 times better. Well, we'll just have to see. Time will tell. Time will tell. And that Brooks has 4 majors at the moment, so he's obviously... I
think bodies might fall apart on both of them before anything else happens.
Well, yeah, I mean, Bryson's not broken down yet with any injuries, is he? So we shall see. We shall see on that one. But yeah, good stuff. That was excellent again tonight.
Quickly talk about Bryson.
Yeah.
And I saw there was an interview, I don't know, it's done the rounds on the socials, and they asked Rory about what they should do to limit the distance and how they can bring it in. And Rory was very articulate in the fact that he was saying that if you limit, golf is like, there's 0.1% of golfers are the big pros that can spank it hundreds and hundreds of yards. The other 99.9% of golfers are me and you guys, everyone out there, who aren't that good, aren't as good as these top tour pros, and need every little bit of technology and power and everything that the manufacturers can give us to be able to hit it straighter, longer, whatever that they're developing. And Rory was saying about how to work out a way of reining it in for the pros, however you want to do that, without it affecting the 99.9% of recreational golfers out there. I was wondering what you guys at home think about that, and whether he is right, and that it should be, boundaries should be continue to be pushed.
Yeah, I think it's one of those I think golf equipment has been limited since 2008, and I don't think there's any need to change anything equipment-wise. I don't think rolling the ball back is going to do anything, because the longest players are still going to be the longest players. They're still going to have the same advantage, and you don't want to have this. I don't think you want to have this divide between professional and amateur golf. I think it is one sport, and it's one of those nice sports where you can play on the same golf course. If you want to play on the same tees as the pros, you can do. If you want to play the same ball as they play, if you want to play very, very similar clubs to they play, you can do. Where you can't do that in other sports. I think that's one of the things. Personally, I think that's one of the things in golf we need to keep hold of. We can't have it where they have to, there's different rules for pros and different rules for amateurs. The only thing that they could do is bring in a tour ball, where the PGA Tour says, look, everyone has to play this same ball. Then that is, as I don't know who said it, but someone said it. Golf's the only sport you bring your own ball to. Every other sport, pretty much out there, they tell you what ball you play with, and we've seen it in football World Cups. There are teams when they get to the event, they haven't figured out how to use the new Adidas ball as well. And you see the first few games of the World Cup, balls pinging over people's heads and all sorts of crazy stuff. Is that something we actually want to see on TV, or are these pros good enough that when they turn up on a Monday. By the time they get to Thursday, they've figured the ball out anyway. I don't know.
I think that's the. I think that's the way it'll go. It'll go local rule for the tour, and they'll be able to say, right, you're going to play this ball. The only thing I wouldn't want that to do is to different weeks be different rules. If you're going to have one local rule and it's going to be one ball, that's it. Like, it can't be like when you go to Augusta you can play with this, and when you go to like Merion you're going to play with that. It has to be sort of that. The only thing I don't like about like what you were saying is I don't want there to be that bifurcation of amateur to pro, because I don't see that as being a good thing. And also for me, on like a personal level, how far down does that go?
Yeah, exactly.
So that bifurcation, where does it cut off? So if I play a PGA event, like a PGA East Region event, and I can use my Pro V1, then if I want to go to Open Championship qualifying, one step up.
Different ball. Yeah.
Where's the cut? Yeah, where's the cut off? Where's the line? They will have to cut it somewhere, won't they? But how far down does that go? And the comments here is saying about Kyle Berkshire. Well, Kyle's slightly different in the fact that he's a long driver. He's built his body to be a long drive champion that can also play golf, and he smashes a 7-iron 300 odd yard carry. You know, that's a different type of mechanics, and he doesn't play golf the same as tour pros do. In the fact that he's built his body very differently. We're also talking about limiting things like a 46-inch driver. Things like that can be limited for everyone, that won't affect the amateurs, because using anything more than the 46 for amateurs is unless you're ridiculously tall, unlikely. So it's things that so unfortunately it's people like Bryson that would suffer from that. But things that won't affect the amateurs and the sort of lower level pros, but will affect the elites.
The point to hold of this is that these people are saying that they need to do something about Bryson. That's where this argument's coming from, isn't it? He's pretty much the poster boy for why this movement is coming in. I mean, personally, he's not doing anything that isn't within the rules of the game. He's using technology and using advancement in knowledge, and the fact that he's willing to do this as well, and the fact that he's willing to go, right, I'm going to, as Marcus is saying in the comments, he's chosen his path. He has decided he's going down this route, and fair play to him. Let him get on with it. Let's enjoy the ride. Like, if he suddenly wins 7-8 majors in the next 3 years, then maybe they've either got something to do, or the other pros have got to catch up.
Yeah.
If someone suddenly came out and figured a way to run an 8.5 second 100 meters legally, what's everyone got to do? What have you got to do? What do you say, that this person has to run with weights in their shoes? They have to have a handicapping system? Well, no, the world's got to catch up, haven't they?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my rant over. Maybe that's a good podcast episode that we can do in the future about the golf ball and about the game. But yeah, I think that what they're saying is that it's about designing the golf courses the right way. That's just it's having those different options. It's having different. One of the great things for me about the European Tour is that they go to so many different countries, so many different golf courses, so many different conditions. I personally think that the PGA Tour can be a bit stale in terms of the golf courses they go to. Obviously, it's an exception, massive exception this week, going to obviously playing 2 links, cliff top golf courses, but generally week in, week out they are quite similar. But I think it's about making sure that there is a drivable par 4. There are some par 5s that potentially aren't reachable, or are very difficult to, you should got to have that choice, haven't you? Whether if you go for it and you pull it off, then great. But if you don't pull it off and you end like 17 this week, it's only a 3-wood for a lot of those guys. But we saw how many balls in the water down the stretch, or people making bogeys, but also people making eagles.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, making sure the golf course has good variety, so that every shot has its merit to it.
And I don't agree with moving the tees back further and further and further and further for the longer hitters. Because where does it stop?
Yeah.
Where does it stop? It should be putting trouble or something, whether it's water or bunkers or rough or whatever, in those positions where these guys are smashing it and saying, right, we'll let you smash it. Here's your fairway, but if you get it wrong, just off the fairway or whatever, you're going to get punished. And then that way that
it's hard, isn't it? Because like US Open, arguably the hardest golf competition of the year, they did exactly that, and Bryson just like laughed at them because it doesn't matter. The only problem with growing the rough up is you make the shorter hitters, it makes it more penal, because if Bryson hits it down and hits gap wedge out the rough, that's no problem. But if you put somebody who hits it 290 off the tee, they've then got to hit 7-iron out the rough, it can't be done. You actually penalise the other end of the field more than you penalise somebody that can hit it 350.
Yeah, and you can't. It's just sort of thinking through my comment about like put danger down at the end. Well, that's just punishing Bryson and the big hitters. And say, right, okay, we'll put a load of water down there. Well, what about the short hitters? And then why do they not get water or bunkers or anything where they would hit it?
All of these big courses are going to have sub-air, like dry it out, make it run, make it firm, make it fast. Don't water anything. Like if you looked at Torrey and the whole thing, it's because it's been overseeded, it's been so well fed and watered that it's so lush and thick. Let it go. Let it become more natural. Then you get those patchy bits like you do at Pinehurst where you can hit it in the waste bunker and you could be up against a bush, or you could have the best lie in the world, but that's golf. That's what you're going to get. Don't make it so lush and green, because there's only going to be one winner out of that, and that's somebody hitting a wedge, not hitting a 7-iron.
Definitely, especially the wedge, the speed he hits the wedge.
Yeah.
It's about having the mixture, isn't it? It's about having a golf course that has the options, so that there is risk, there is reward, and then let the players decide how they want to play it. Tiger won the British Open only using a 2-iron off the tee. But another year he'll hit driver absolutely everywhere. Just let the players use their creativity to try to make them think about it. That's for me. It's difficult because it's not all golf courses are that way inclined, and also you've got to remember that these golf courses themselves have to be presentable to a membership. I think the three of us obviously went to Le Golf National, which was designed in a certain way and is kept in a certain way, and I think we'd all agree for the standard of golf we play at, all three of us at different levels at that point, was too hard for us.
Yeah.
I arguably played pretty good both times we played it. I shot 5 over twice and was thinking, actually, like, it's just so easy to make double, like, round there, and you can see why they got into so much. But like you've got to be on it for on it for the whole time. Actually, when we played the other course, I know the greens weren't in the greatest condition, but as a golf course, so much more fun.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden it's playable, but it's playable for everybody. It's not just the fact that I found it good. It was playable for everyone that turned up that day. Could get it round in a decent number and have fun round there. Whereas on the Albatross course, you had to be on it. Like the golf course that you have to concentrate on. You can't have a laugh around there, because actually, if you're having a laugh around there, you're just going to end up picking it up most of the time.
Yeah, you're just going to be blobs and lost balls the whole way around.
Okay, quickly, guys, we've just got a comment up the top from Ryan that says, "What are your thoughts on rangefinders being allowed at the PGA Champs this year?" Personally, absolutely love it.
Yeah,
that's got to speed stuff up.
Yeah, well, and it's also, again, we're all using lasers all the time now. Why not just let them get on with it? They can Bushnells and the likes of those companies are going to love it, because they can now put product in people's hands that gets seen on the TV. So again, it helps the financial side of the business economy coming through. If the caddies want to use it, how much they'll actually use them, I don't know. We shall see. But
as long as it's fitting within the rules of golf, and they don't have the slope and the things that would help them choose a golf club or elevation changes and all that sort of thing, then why not? It's legal within the rules of golf, so let them use them. All right, like you say, it speeds it up, doesn't it?
Yeah, I would just take out some detail out of their books, personally. So, right, we're going to give you a rangefinder. You can use it or not, but your book's not going to be anywhere near as detailed because you've got your rangefinders. You can't have both. Because you can't spend gun it and then spend 10 minutes chatting to
on your book.
Out, the 5,000 different numbers that are on the page. And I agree with taking away that green book as well. That's the skill of putting.
Reading a green.
If you've got a booklet that tells you every nuance of that surface, that takes away from playing that game for me.
Right, next, allow shorts. Yes, allow shorts. Why does it matter? Why are ladies allowed to wear shorts or skirt? I mean, obviously skirts, but ladies are allowed to wear shorts. Why are they not wearing long trousers? Like, there is no difference.
I can't wear any in a PJ event either.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Allow shorts. Why not?
I can't wear them either. No. Ridiculous.
No, it's mad, isn't it? But there we go.
I mean, if Paul can get away with that reflective gold polo that he wore many moons ago, then that's just as offensive as anything I've ever seen on a golf course. Right?
Not allowed to wear shorts, but it all started with +4s. I never quite get that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, bizarre. Yeah, good. Right, everyone, that's nearly an hour tonight. Good work. Good chat.
Yeah.
Saw one of those green maps this week. Yeah, it's like a game of Minesweeper. And yeah, hands up if anybody understood how to play Minesweeper. It was one of those games you just clicked on. Yeah. You spent a lot of time probably playing it, Ryan, over the
I did like a bit more Minesweeper.
Yeah, Minesweeper was one of those you clicked on it while you were waiting for your parents to get off the phone so you could go back on the dial-up. Good. Right, on that note, thank you everyone, as always, for the chat, for the picks. We got a few. How many picks have we got in this week? We've got 6 or 7 viewers picks in, Ryan?
I think we've got the lot. Have a look. No James Wade, unless I've missed it, and I'll go through the chat later. But
No,
yeah, 6 or 7.
He's probably just at home admiring his hat.
Yes.
His hat, yeah. I can't see him in the chat, so I think apart from James, I think we've got everybody else.
Yes, good. As always, thank you very much. Go on, Adam, what you going to say?
No.
I was just going to say bye. Nice to see your lovely faces. No after party on TikTok tonight because we've been on here for an hour, and I'm going in. But if you want to boys want to have an after party on Instagram or something, you're more than welcome to. But I'm going to go because I've had a long day. Good. Right. As always, guys. See you all soon.